All right, welcome back to episode 3 of Top of the Key. I am your co-host, Stevie.
And I am your other co-host, Sean.
All right, Sean, today what are we talking about?
What do you want to start with? Things, my man. One thing I feel like that would be kind of easy and fresh off the dome to talk about is the changes Adam Silver has brought to the NBA as of earlier this week with making a bunch of trophy changes, which is actually pretty cool to see happen.
I hate it.
You hate it?
I hate it.
Shut up.
That's why I want to talk about it. I hate it.
Why do you hate it?
So, here's what I don't understand. So, you're not willing to change the face of the logo because they want to make it anonymous, right?
But it's not.
But it's not. It's Jerry West.
Yeah.
And so
everyone has partitioned that it should be Kobe.
Exactly. And they don't want to change it to him. But all of a sudden, we could change it to Michael Jordan. And there's no knock on Michael Jordan.
So down for that, by the way.
There's no knock on Michael Jordan. Like, he's the greatest of his generation. Or basically of all time.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand is, it's basically awarding you for being the most valuable player. But you have other people that just have as many awards. I mean, obviously, you can't make it LeBron because he's still in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But what about Kareem? Kareem, he's a 6-time MVP compared to Michael's 5.
Yeah,
you have Bird and Magic, who are 3 times. I understand it's not 5, but you have so many other great players, and the fact that you're gonna circle it around 1 is just kind of bullshit to me, because maybe I'm just like old school and I like the statue of it and that being anonymous just as much as the logo or what they say is anonymous, and like nobody should know who it is, or they can't change it because it's this originated picture.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're naming it after players now, so when are we going to get an update about LeBron or KD? Because that's bound to happen eventually.
That may be up to the next commissioner of the NBA,
and another
I suppose.
Thing, so hold on, let's take a look at the trophies.
And then they're going to have to look back at which award they won to get it right. I mean, I don't think it'll ever be changed. I really don't. So, I think this was the NBA's way of saying like who they thought was the best player of all time.
And that's bullshit to me, because
it is kind of bullshit. But it's just to get the NBA to be talked about, right? There was a reason behind this. It wasn't just to do it.
But you can have an argument realistically about 3 players that are the greatest of all time. Mm-hmm. Kareem, LeBron, and Jordan.
That's why
you to center it around one person is kind of bullshit to me, because now you're like, oh, you're like the MVP, so you're like the greatest, like Michael.
They named it around America's consensual pick, that's for sure, and that's why it's the NBA has cemented their stamp on the GOAT conversation, and now it is just revamped it again.
Yeah, so now we can argue more about who the fucking GOAT is.
Literally.
And you know what I don't understand, and don't get me wrong, I love Hakeem Olajuwon, and I think, me personally, he's my favorite center of all time. But for you to name him the Hakeem Olajuwon Award for the Defensive Player of the Year, this man has had 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards. I could think of 3 people that have more DPOYs than him.
Wait for it.
Can you name them?
Dwight.
Yep.
Draymond.
No,
he only has 2?
I think he just has 1. I'm pretty sure he has 1.
Okay. Dwight.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you a hint. One of them played for Chicago.
Joakim?
No. Come on, he has 1. Dude, come on. You're thinking...
I think I'm thinking too hard.
You are thinking too hard. He played for Chicago. I don't know for how many seasons, but he played there.
Dennis Rodman.
No.
What?
Nope.
No,
he wasn't in his prime in Chicago, I'll tell you that.
Let me get this.
I'm going to give you 10 seconds. I'm not going to think too much about this.
Oh, I give up.
Ben Wallace.
Okay.
Ended with 4.
I forgot about those early.
And Dikembe Mutombo, who has 4. So why the fuck are we naming after Hakeem when he has 2? Because realistically, like, they are the better DPOYs.
I'll hit you with this.
But it's just his standard. It's just all a standard, and I don't like it.
I feel like the only reason it's Hakeem is because of something you mentioned earlier, right? The NBA obviously knows that Hakeem was one of the fan favorites, center of all time, so they took that into consideration probably. And also, I believe he's the all-time leader in blocks.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, but
just the longevity of it, most big men aren't able to play as long and be as great defensively.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I hate the concept of narrowing it down to certain people when you have other players that are just as good, if not better, that have earned more accolades than the person that you're naming after. And especially like, Wilt Chamberlain as a rookie. Bro, Wilt Chamberlain was putting up 50 as a rookie, and you're going to name the award after him. I also hate the design of the awards. I'd much rather... Okay, the Rookie of the Year award kind of needed an update because it was just that, like, porcelain statue.
It's just like a circle.
The Defensive Player of the Year award, I loved it. The original one, where it's like that defensive
brass,
stance.
Right?
I don't know what kind of material it was, but, like, I like the statue of it. Sixth Man of the Year was cool. And obviously, I hate where the direction of like the trophies are going because they had those globe balls for the 75-year edition.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why are you trying to update something that makes it original? And I think that's just me like seeing it for so long, and I don't like the change because those are awards that it's like a tradition. You should never get rid of a tradition. And I don't mind the Eastern Conference player. Or MVP when it comes to the playoffs. I don't mind that at all. But changing up a whole statue of an award just feels like it's non-tradition and you're just going with an update. And I don't like that. I don't know.
I hear you 1,000%. Obviously, the awards were going to be 20th century biased.
Yep.
So that kind of stinks. Because you could see how much the game has expanded.
Yeah.
With the turn of the past, I want to say even 5 years. So the game's come a long way from 2000 to 2022.
And the fact that this shit looks like the, what trophy does it look like? Like the finals MVP trophy? Yeah. All of these except for the MVP trophy, which is obviously directed towards Michael Jordan. But they all, like, look at it. They all look the same. They're all the same.
Let me ask you this. What's going to be taken into consideration for the most clutch NBA player, right? That kind of...
I don't like that award. I don't like that either.
That's such a stupid award, because you can almost look at that award and look at it, like, biasedly.
You could look at it biased, because you could also say Steph Curry deserves the award, but you can't look at it based off of record either, because, like, say Steph Curry's clutch, based off, personal... But his team is just trash and can't get a win. What are you competing it to?
And I would say to the average NBA fan, too, like, what their definition of clutch is just, like, game winners.
Yes.
Or, like, being the guy late in the game to make the shot. But that's not always what clutch is. Like, it just isn't.
I seen a meme. It was those two kids on the bus, and one of them, it said... The advanced stat. You know what I'm talking about? Where one kid's looking out the window and the other one is like kind of dark on the other side of the bus.
Yeah.
It said the dark side. It said advanced stats watcher, and the other one was the dude looking at the outside the bus, and he said, "That boy nice." That's basically what the clutch award is gonna be. It's like
that boy. Yeah, right. Pretty much. Nice. That boy nice.
That boy's clutch, or it's just
who has the most House of Highlights clips.
Yes, or analytical based.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why they decided to make that trophy, but.
I'll tell you what would have been kind of cool off the top of my head, instead of like a most clutch award in the NBA. What if they did like best box plus minus award?
I'm sorry, that sounds so lame to me, but because like you'll get one of the fucking bench players.
I'm thinking about it now.
You'll get like Tyus Jones winning that award.
Well, there'd obviously have to be some stipulations, minutes played.
Oh, Tyus Jones can't win that award? I mean, he's a backup point that literally starts pretty much like half the season.
He could, yeah.
But I mean, I didn't even realize that they had
there.
Yeah, I didn't realize that
you
they
could
had
at least look at a box plus minus on paper versus clutchness.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What is it? Nice. What is it? Best most fourth quarter points per game. Is that what clutch is? Because if so, then DeMar's gonna win it.
Oh, let's look at it.
Literally. I genuinely think that's probably what it's going to come down to, like who averages the most points in the fourth quarter.
I don't even know.
This is also the last thing I will want to touch on it.
It says, voted on by a media panel based on nominations. The award will honor the NBA player who best comes through of his teammates in the clutch. So now are we talking offensively, defensively, like all together, like
that's what I'm saying.
Clutch shots, like
I feel like the votes for this first year are gonna be so like
out there.
Yeah, like
it's not gonna make any sense. They're gonna say Dame, they're gonna say Tatum, low-key Tatum would win.
Dame's just going to get a toss vote. Yeah, Tatum's just going to get a toss vote.
Yeah. Like, him and Curry are locks already.
If I had to give you my vote for a clutch player already this year, it would be Tatum.
Yeah, no.
Tatum or fucking...
Tatum could win, too, low-key. Could win the MVP and clutch player of the year.
Sweep. Sweep the Dat Boy Nice Awards.
that boy Tatum is nice. That boy nice. And you got Tyus Jones winning fucking $6 million a year.
Okay. Last thing I wanted to say about just the whole award things and being named after people. I think it's cool because it gives the NBA at least some sort of identity that it's long needed. Like, I think they should have done this in 2010. Like, not 2022. I don't know, it took so long. But, that's the only other thing I would have said was for the Finals MVP. Who is the Finals MVP award now named after?
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell? Okay, I said I think that should have been named after Michael Jordan. Even though I think Michael Jordan's the GOAT, I think Jordan going 6 for 6 in the finals and
Bill Russell should have been the DPOY.
Correct. And I think the regular season MVP should have gone to Kareem because for Kareem's name to not be featured
mentioned at all
for an award,
and he has the most MVPs.
Points in NBA history.
It blows my mind that you leave off Kareem, you leave off all these like great players.
Yeah.
And even you can go as far as saying Magic should have been the Rookie of the Year because he went to the finals, won Finals MVP.
Yeah.
In his rookie year.
Yeah, and started what was the Showtime Lakers.
And you got Wilt, who played in the 50s against people that were a foot shorter than him.
Right.
And he was already an Olympic athlete.
I feel like most people already just kind of forget that Wilt Chamberlain even played.
Yeah. I wouldn't go that far, but...
Well, just as far as like crediting him, because they always like to mention the time he played.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like people don't talk about it as much. Like they're just kind of like, oh, I love the idea. But like, why would you switch it and make it based off of one player? Like it's so biased, and I don't like how you're centering around one person when this league is about, it's about the whole. Like you give it out to certain people off those seasons, and you shouldn't center it around one person in general. That's my only thing.
The way you just explained that to me is probably how the MLB looks at it, because they have really cool names for like awards like Silver Slugger, Gold Glove, like. So
in that instance,
as far as basketball terms, I feel like it's kind of harder to name an award after those terms.
Like most clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hit 3 game winners, but my team is fucking 10-72.
Right, and you're just gonna stand up there with a trophy. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, right. It's like, all right.
No, I don't know. So then it almost gets more like individualistic.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think the trophies that they had were fun.
So let's think about it. Only other award I could think of that's named after somebody is the NFL, the Walter Payton Award.
I do think the one thing that I do like about the NFL is that they have like offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year,
True.
MVP.
True. They do a good job at singling out.
And that would have been fine. I would have been fine if they did that.
Yeah.
But, they want to make shit complicated now.
Well, yeah, because when you look at it, it's just offense versus defense. There's things you could break down.
Yes.
Put paper to paper. Not that boy nice. Okay.
Why the fuck you want to interrupt me now? Get over there.
we have the pups hanging out here. Anyways, so that's just mine and Stive's jumbled up thoughts on the new trophy names and our thoughts on it. Feel free to give us what you think on it, but we're gonna move on to something else here. Stevie, what else did you want to talk about?
All right, so coming off of the Michael Jordan trophy, who do you think's gonna win it? Who do you have in your top 3, and who do you think's gonna win? Do you want to start from like 3 to 1?
Sure. Yeah, we'll start from 3 to 1. I'll give you my 3, and you give me yours.
Okay.
Right now, what I titled this was the way too early MVP chart.
Okay.
Just because it is way too early.
I mean, we're like halfway through the season now, or about. We're
2/5. I would say All-Star break.
We're like 40
halfway.
games in. No.
All-Star break is halfway.
Are we not 40 games in? I don't. But anyways, continue.
Giannis is at number 3 for me.
Really?
Yeah, I love the fact that he's just been like the guy still with all the injuries that they've dealt with. Chris Milton just starting to get reenacted into the lineup. Drew Holiday's missed some time here and there. And when I look at the Bucks, like still just nothing impresses me about them on paper. But then I watch them and then I'm reminded, oh yeah, this team's really good.
Oh, we're 30 games in. Sorry.
No, it's all good. But yeah, Giannis has just been such a great leader for that team ever since 2018, and he continues to amaze. Like, he's averaging the same numbers he did when he was just like ridiculous. I'm pretty sure he's averaging 32, 12, and 5. So yeah. Giannis is number 3 for me. Number 2 is Jason Tatum.
What the fuck?
The only thing that's keeping me from putting him at number 1 is because my guy at number 1 is having a year like Russell Westbrook had in 2015. And as long as the Mavericks finish above seeding number 5, I think Luka takes home the MVP with a walk. Because he is ridiculous.
So I'm going to stop you right there. That's why this is halfway through the season. These are way too early. Because I have Luka at 3. And that's simply 3. For the fact of their record. Okay. That's the only reason.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is I think they make a move for a player at the deadline. They add another perimeter shooter.
We're talking right now though, and plus like you have Luka who's averaging about 30, over 30, and you have Jason Tatum who's averaging 30, and they're one in the East.
Right now?
I'm talking about right now.
I still take Luka.
No, I'm taking Tatum. I'm taking. All right, so Luka's at my 3, Giannis is at my 2, Tatum's at my 1. I mean, there's at least we have like our 3 together.
Yeah. I thought about throwing in Joel there, but he's lost too much time.
Really?
Yeah.
Joe would probably be 4 for me.
Joe's 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Giannis just barely edged him out because of the record.
Hell no. Giannis is 2. Giannis is 2.
No.
His team says otherwise. They haven't had Chris Middleton for at least half the season.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's just taken a leap forward. Don't get me wrong. I don't think his stats are like improving, but they're still competing for the 1 spot, and he's just putting up similar numbers still. And
you want to know what's helped the Bucks out a lot this year? Is I feel like Brook Lopez has taken
a complete
360 turn of his career. Like, he's full on taking the role of defensive anchor.
Yep.
And it just takes so much pressure off Giannis on the defensive end. He finally is able to like exploit all of his energy.
I'm pretty sure he was leading in blocks at one point, right?
He still is by like 40. It's ridiculous. So I was just watching the game against.
Jaren Jackson's coming for him.
Jaren Jackson's second.
Jaren Jackson's averaging like fucking 5 blocks a night.
Jaren Jackson's second.
That's crazy because he missed so much time. That man is literally second and missed like maybe 15 games of the season.
Crazy.
The man came out the gate 5 blocks and like.
But what doesn't he do, Stevie?
Back to back. This man does not stay off his feet. Like have you ever seen
he doesn't
like
stay on his feet? He's always staying off his feet.
Yeah, exactly. But like I watch, obviously the highlights.
Yeah.
And obviously he gets a lot of blocks, but man, like he'll come out of nowhere and he'll just jump at somebody as soon as the ball goes up. So like you can get a pump fake, that man will just go right up. Like, bro, if you just don't stay still, like just stay down.
Or record a video of you fighting for a pump fake.
Hell no.
And then send it to Jared and say,
man,
boy.
You see me play defense. Switch.
Fair enough.
Switch.
Fair enough. Look, we got the same 3 guys for MVP candidates. I think it's hard not to have those 3 guys. John Morant is 5 for me.
Where are you putting Zion? Because they're 1 in the West now, and he's been averaging like about 35 the last couple games. And I don't know if I put him over Ja now at 5.
No, I'm just kidding because he said that. But you should look up for me how many games played. Just everybody on the Pelicans have played. Because I know B.I. has been banged up most of the year. And I know Zion was banged up a little bit at the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. But I just want to see like who's been the catalyst.
All right,
I know it's C.J. McCollum's probably played every game or so. But he's actually been struggling.
Where would you play Zion? Does he have any chance of winning MVP? I don't really think so.
No.
Yeah, okay. But he is a candidate.
No.
You don't think so?
Not yet. Not yet, just because he's like...
What do you mean by that?
He's like a 6'7" Giannis, that's all.
Yeah, but...
So if you're going to be a 6'7" Giannis... I mean... Look how long it took Giannis. That's all I'm going to say.
So he's missed... What are we at? 29 games right now? He's missed 7.
Okay.
He's missed 7. He's averaging 25 on 60% from the field.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, 7 rebounds and 4 assists.
3-pointers attempted per game.
.7.
So my boy doesn't hardly chuck it up.
He's shooting 30% from the field though.
You know what?
From 3.
Screw
which
it.
isn't terrible for him.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I'm gonna say.
60% from the field though, like on 25 points per game is
Zion
crazy.
Is a 6'7" Giannis, just as strong, just as fast, just as lethal, but with the left hand.
And he's a lefty. That's weird.
At the end of the day, I think Zion just literally needs to get in the gym with Giannis. Like, just continue to work at what he's best at. Don't even try to attempt to go away from your game, because your game's what got you in the NBA. Okay, right?
Facts.
I think that's a big
spitting facts.
I think that's a big misinterpretation. Wish I could have told Markelle Fultz that, but not yet.
Damn, I forgot about Markelle Fultz.
I'm saying
he's been playing solid though.
Right, because he got out of Philly, boy.
Yeah.
They don't know how to develop guards, boy.
I don't know if Orlando does either. They fucking pick a guard every year. They fucking pick Fultz, Cole Anthony, fucking. They traded for R.J. Hampton. They got fucking Jalen Suggs.
And they have the most forwards of all time too. It seems.
Mm-hmm. No, it's just big men that play forwards. You got Paulo, Bobo, John Isaac, who still has yet to hit the court. Franz.
Mo.
Oh shit. Well, Mo's kind of he's just a 5.
Bro, he's been doing solid.
He's been solid. The Bulls could have had him. That's tough. Now look at y'all.
I'm asleep. But yeah, not yet for Zion. All right, Steve. We touched Zion. If he was an MVP candidate.
Fucking call me like 3 different names now.
Nicknames guy. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of today's top of the key podcast.
I don't like potatoes.
Neither do I. So let's
I'm just
get to
fucking
the
with you.
meat.
Yo.
Well, pause.
Oh,
Pause. Wait, why did you say you don't like potatoes?
Straight to the meat.
Pause.
Big pause. All right, what are we talking about?
Let's get into our also 2 months too early All-Star starters. This is who we think are the current starters, correct? If we were to look at the NBA today and say,
yes. Are we doing a draft?
Starters, yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Who's got first pick? Who's got second?
I got first pick.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Pop off.
All right.
Okay, hold on. Wait.
I was gonna say
before we do this,
one person has to be in the East, one person has to be in the West.
Okay, and also, are we doing just 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center, or are we just doing whoever we believe is a starter?
2 guards, 3 forwards.
I'm not doing 3-4. We're gonna have 1 center.
Why?
You're not putting Joel in your starters?
I thought they counted the centers as forwards. Though.
I mean, all right, whatever. Fuck
Didn't they?
I mean, either way, our starters are gonna have Jokic and Joel. So I mean, that's a lot. But all right, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
No, and then plus, damn, I feel like we should have. Because now that I think about it, we should have done 10 players that we think are a lock, and then done a draft.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess we could just do East and West, and then.
Let's just do East and West.
Okay. So which side do you want to take?
I'm taking West. I'm taking West.
Okay.
And then you can still tell me what your West starters were.
That's fine. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. Well, for my 2 guards out West, because I did the 2 guards, 3 forwards, I got Steph and Luka. Okay. There are obviously some other choices there. I'm just gonna keep it at that. Steph and Luka. I think they've been the best 2 guards. And then my 3 forwards. I know this is gonna sound a little nutty, but this is also. See, I did this sort of what I think is going to be the All-Star starters / what is the current All-Star starters. So for my for sure forward that I think will be is Jokic.
Yep.
And then my other 2 are from the under 500 Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron and AD.
Okay.
I think AD you have a legit argument for.
Okay.
But
oh yeah, for sure.
For some reason, I think they're just gonna give it to LeBron with the voting and everything. They're just gonna say, "Here you go, start. You're gonna start."
All right, so I'm gonna let you know now. I didn't have Curry in there, and I have Ja. It's a little biased. It was a 3-way tie between, because obviously Luka's a lock. He's an MVP candidate, top 3.
I will give you that Ja and the Grizzlies have a better record.
They have a better record, and he's playing very well for a team that has the second, third best record in the West.
Yeah, and he's been missing his second best scorer.
Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot about Desmond Bane missing a hell of time.
Big facts.
My other option was Dame, But I think just Curry and Ja are both ahead of him, even though they've been having a very solid season.
Yeah. Dame did just pop off. But...
He had 11 threes that night in, like, what, 3 quarters?
Stupid!
I don't have LeBron. I don't.
Okay.
Just because Zion has popped off, and they are number 1 in the West, and he's just been unstoppable.
Yeah.
And he's just been scoring at a high efficiency. And there's no knock against LeBron, but obviously I think they're going to put him in there just because he is LeBron.
I could see...
But Zion deserves to be a starter, and I think AD... I
could see them giving a knock to Zion.
And ever since AD's come back from his injury, he's been taking off.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's
He's definitely not winning NBA's most clutch award.
No. No. Oh, my God.
Just jagged those free throws last night.
He missed 2 of the free throws then, and then he missed that free throw
against Philly.
Yes. I saw that live. I was so heated.
Bro is not clutch.
And then they went scoreless the whole fucking overtime. I think
they
bro.
scored 2 points.
No, they did not score at all. They went 0 for 9.
Wow.
I think. Either it was 0 for 9 or whatever. But, all right.
But, yeah, that blew me.
I'll go with the East.
Yeah. Because I'm excited about my East. I want to see who you had at guard.
All right, so my lock for guard, for my 1 guard, Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
Since Darius has been out, he's been carrying the Cavs, and they're still a top 3 team in the East, I think. My other guard, it was between Darius, Tyrese, and Kyrie. And I have Kyrie.
Wow.
Because ever since Kyrie has come back from his suspension, he's been putting up 25 or more.
Turkey.
Yeah. And they've turned it around ever since they got rid of Steve Nash, and they're 4th in the East.
You think it's because they got rid of Steve? I think that was just motivation to try and get this team to say, you know what, guys?
Oh, yeah.
We don't need Steve.
Yeah, right? He said, we have fucking KD and Kyrie. Ben, do something. Fuck. God. But, I mean, they've been playing great ever since then, which is just a coincidence. It probably was Steve.
So.
But
I think
Kyrie has taken off. There's been 1 game where he hasn't scored over 20, I think 22 points in the last 6 games. And don't get me wrong, like,
is
the
that
stats...
detriment to their schedule at all? Let's look at the Nets' last 10 games played. Because I just want to do a quick check. Because I don't want to plaster Steve Nash's name. It was his first coaching job.
Yeah.
Given 2 stars.
Well, isn't it? It would have been
stars,
his. It would have been his
really.
2nd season, no? With
Not
with
even
Brooklyn?
I don't even think it would have been his. I don't even think he had over 80 games coached in his career. Because he took over midway through last year.
Yeah, that's a good point. Dang,
is there a way you can look at their last 10?
Oh, here it is. All right, hold up. But yeah. So, anyways, I'll get to that in a second. But I have Kyrie.
Kyrie. Mr.
Obviously, his stats aren't as good as Tyrese. I would have had Tyrese as my
going
lock.
off fan votes now.
I'll go fuck. It's Kyrie. Like, Tyrese Halliburton has had a hell of a season. I just don't think he's a starter yet. If it wasn't gonna be Kyrie, it was gonna be Darius Garland, regardless of how much time he missed. But Tyrese Halliburton is still a lock for an All-Star appearance for the first time. And plus, if they were still at like that top 4 seed, which I think they dropped down to 6 or 7 now, maybe 8, I don't know. He would have been a starter, but I think he's still a lock regardless. He would be my backup.
What are their last 10? What is it looking like? Just give me what their record is and the best teams they've played.
I don't even know what the fuck it's. Oh, okay. So the last 10. What the fuck is? Oh, this is the whole schedule. Shit's being gay. All right. What are we at? December.
It is December 14th.
Okay, so they played Washington. They beat them. They beat Indiana.
That
was out there. That was out their starters though.
Indiana's a good win without the starters.
They played Atlanta. They beat them. They beat Charlotte. They lost to Boston by 9. They beat Toronto. They beat Washington again. Orlando. Okay, so they kind of had a weak schedule.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to get at.
And then Brooklyn. Indiana beat them again, and then they beat Toronto. They lost to Philly. Damn. Fuck. All right. Anyway, I still got Kyrie. Because fuck all that.
Okay.
Kyrie's still averaging 25 per game.
Finish him out.
All right.
Finish him out.
Oh, this is hard. Because I'm going to have to leave somebody off of here. And...
There's no way.
My one lock for my forward is JT.
Okay.
In the MVP race. Ah, fuck. All right. I'm going to put Giannis in there still.
Okay.
Now it comes to KD or Joel. And I'm putting Joel in. I hate to do it because this is why I was saying I don't know if two guards would be in there. Because realistically, it would be Donovan, JT, KD, Giannis, and Joel. That's how I would do it, realistically.
Say that again?
Donovan, JT, KD, Giannis, and Joel. That's if they don't go with two guards. Because if I had to pick...
See, that's interesting you say that.
Because Donovan would be my only guard.
And there's also not a single player from the same team.
Yes.
On the starting five.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so I think that's how...
Very interesting.
I think that's how it should be because we're in a time where positions are not locks. They're all positionless. They can do whatever they want.
I wouldn't be surprised if the NBA does some madness and lets the captains just choose their all-stars at will.
Yeah.
And whoever they want to start, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is just how we're going to do it. So I like your East starters. I do.
Man,
they're unique.
Fuck that. I want Donovan, JT, Giannis, KD, and Joel.
That team's getting
fuck another
claimed.
guard.
Anyways.
What?
No. Anyways. All right, my East starters. I did have Donnie.
Wait, hold on. Did you just say clamped when your starters would be Luka, Steph, LeBron, and Jokic? AD is your only reliable defensive player in that five.
Flipping you all from downtown.
Yeah, all right.
Anyways, my East starters, I had Donnie like you.
Okay.
Guaranteed starter. I have Jason Tatum. Guaranteed starters.
You had Tyrese.
I have Giannis. Guaranteed starter.
Those three are guaranteed.
I have Joel. Guaranteed starter as well. And my other guard, who I thought you would have for sure named.
Hold on, wait. Can I guess?
Out of the 1 to 3 guards you talked about.
Oh, it's Tyrese, isn't it? No, it's Darius.
You talked about Tyrese and you talked about Darius. My other guard is going to be Jason Tatum's running mate, Jaylen Brown.
Okay. No, I thought about it.
JB has been phenomenal this year.
Yeah, he has.
Absolutely phenomenal.
And he's damn
near been Batman-esque. Like, as a Robin. Right? He's being overlooked.
Yeah, he's being overlooked, not underlooked.
But
underrated.
Like, even while being overlooked, he's being noticed. Like, that's how good Jaylen Brown is. Jaylen Brown is a star. A certified star. He's averaging 27 this year, next to a guy who is averaging 30, like, just to be able to get that amount of...
They complement each other so well.
So well. Like, just so well. Because they're both ISO guys. They're both ISO guys. Yeah. They can both get to the rim whenever they want. They can both pull up whenever they want. And they both just run very well. They both run the floor really well.
But the fact is, like, they've elevated each other both offensively and defensively, but not even scoring-wise. They've been good playmakers for the team that they need. Obviously, they have Malcolm Brogdon. They have
such a good
Marcus Smart, like I have Peyton Pritchard. I mean, they have solid guys that are already playmakers or can playmake, but they are getting their teammates involved as well. Yeah. And you still have yet to have Robert Williams on your team still.
Wow. That's the defensive anchor too. And they've been playing without Al Horford.
Oh, have they?
Fucking giving
they got
bum Blake Griffin minutes. Still
and
winning.
Luke Cornett.
Still winning. Like, that's how good JT and Jaylen Brown have been this year. Like, don't get me wrong. Obviously, the guys you've said put in some work too. I think Sam Hauser is like the best plus minus in the NBA this year. That's why you said I think give it some bench player.
Oh.
But yeah, JB, man. I think JB has a legit chance to start next to JT in the All-Star game this year. Especially if he's averaging 27 a game. Next to a guy who's averaging 31, like, that's impossible not to start him.
I'm still taking Darius over him.
No.
Tyrese, I'd take Jaylen Brown over Tyrese. But Tyrese is just elevating his game.
Tyrese is starting though.
No, but Tyrese is just elevated his game. He'll probably win Most Improved.
Yeah.
Like, he's just elevated his game. He's averaging 10 assists off of like 2 turnovers a night.
Yeah, I think he's
like, all right.
I think he's almost locked up Most Improved. It's between him and Laurie. For sure.
Oh, I forgot about Laurie.
Yeah.
Shit, also, I just named Another one that could win.
You know who's also a low-key
MIP
stud at MIP? Same exact team.
Which team? The
Warriors.
Jazz. Jordan Clarkson.
No.
No. Hold up. Colin Sexton.
No, Malik Beasley.
Okay, that was my next guess.
Bro, every time I look at a Jazz game, Malik Beasley is hooping. But yeah. Interesting. Those are our
low-key,
East and West starters.
You know what was funny? I had Laurie in my starters at first. And then I'm like, why can I not think of another fucking forward?
Yeah.
And then I looked at it. I'm like, I'm missing AD. Why have I not thought of AD?
Interesting. You know what? As I wrote Luka and Steph down, and you said Ja and Luka, I'm like, man, no one even threw D Book love.
That's what I literally thought about it. I'm looking at the guards in the West.
No one's throwing D Book love.
I was looking at it and I'm like, damn, D Book.
D Book has been hella efficient.
He has, but it's just like, am I really putting Devin Booker over Ja, Dame, or Luka?
No.
Or Steph? No.
Dame this year, that's a legit argument. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it can be.
D-Book
but
this year, yeah, as a starter, it's an argument.
You're taking Book over Dame?
This year, yeah. Dame has played in like 12 games, bro.
You're taking Book over Dame?
I'm taking Book over Dame this year.
I don't know. I think Book is a more efficient scorer, but I think Dame can just easily score.
Yeah.
Just without question. Like,
I'll give you that.
Like, it's just so effortless for him.
Book needs the ball given to him.
Yeah.
Dame doesn't.
No. Especially now that you got Anthony Simons just taking off, and Jeremy Grant has turned into Klay Thompson from 3.
You're telling me.
I
don't know what the best pickup was out west this year. It was either Jeremy Grant to the Blazers, or not out west. It was either Jeremy Grant to the Blazers or Malcolm Brogdon to the Celtics, just in general. That's
you know, low key, who was the greatest pick in the draft?
Fucking hold on, I'm gonna try and psych you out here.
Okay.
Jalen Duran.
Yo, no, you guessed it though.
Yeah,
you guessed it.
I knew it, bro.
Yeah,
I knew it. He's been so good. For where they got him.
What was it, 10? I think.
Yeah.
They got him for 10. They traded a first-round pick from 2027 or 2025, and you have him on like one of the cheaper deals of the lottery
for a while,
for 4 years, guaranteed. And now he's starting, which I don't know why they're starting him and Isaiah Stewart together. Me personally, I think they should trade.
They need to trade Isaiah Stewart. I agree.
I don't know why, because Jalen Duren.
He's loony.
They have the same size, but I think you just get more out of Jalen Duren, and plus he's a better fit. And I understand Isaiah Stewart's trying to expand his game and he's trying to, expand his range outside. But really, I look at him and I'm just like, you are an average, like not average, obviously, but you're nothing more than just you're gonna get this out of you, and there's no potential there.
Yeah.
You're just gonna get.
You talking about Isaiah Stewart?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Jalen Duren can be a defensive anchor, your best rebounder, and still has yet to unlock his potential on the offensive end.
Look, I don't watch much Pistons basketball.
Oh, I love them.
But
they're kind of trash.
When I watch Pistons basketball, every time Isaiah Stewart jacks up a 3, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, right?
Like,
I understand.
Bro, can you shoot? Like, I'm genuinely so confused.
I understand that he's been in the gym working on it, but like I look at him like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to? And I get you're trying to.
Maybe the whole coaching staff there is telling them, work on your game.
But then
work on your game this year, guys.
You really don't have a lot of people that can shoot on that team. Like you throw Marvin out there, he can kind of shoot. He's average. Jaden Ivey, question mark
and a half.
Killian Hayes. Yep.
3 question marks.
And then you have Jalen Duren, who's now starting.
Alec Burks.
Alec Burks is your only really option. I mean, you don't even have Cade anymore. So
Corey
now they're
Joseph.
they're trash. Now they're gonna get Victor. No, I don't think they will. I think Victor will go to San Antonio or Houston.
I really hope Houston gets him. That would be so
Houston
savage.
Would be nice.
That would be savagery.
Yeah. Speaking of Houston, I got a rant about Houston.
I'll tell you what though. You know where you didn't say you could land that would also be savagery with somebody who's also
in the East or the
young?
West?
East.
Alright, hold on. You can say Orlando?
No.
Alright, hold on.
Because that'd be ugly in Orlando. It'd be so ugly with Victor in Orlando.
Yeah. A bad team in the East It's not Detroit. It's not
another
Orlando.
young stud. Come on, bruv.
Are they on a bad? Is it a bad team?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why can't I think of that?
Charlotte, buddy.
All right. I forgot about Charlotte.
Could you imagine
Charlotte's
LaMelo?
just so.
Could you imagine LaMelo with Victor in a high pick and roll? Oh my!
I cannot see Victor playing. Victor's a 3. Victor is literally Lauri Markkanen, but just better, a lot better.
Yeah.
Because I'm not playing him at the 5. I'm not playing him at my 4. That boy's KD, but 7'5".
He'll play the 4.
I mean, you can, but
he'll play the 4.
Man's like 190 pounds. I can't see him setting a screen for me.
Yeah.
Like he's just an isolation guy.
I mean, we'll see.
I want to see him start taking the one-legged threes in the NBA.
Look,
you know how funny that would be?
You better fucking hope he's got some great. I don't even know what you call it.
Bone structure.
With him. Yeah, bone structure or whatever. Because I mean,
that's over the course of 82 games.
You saw what happened to Chet, my boy.
They're saving Chet. They're saving him for next year.
Oh, you thought it was like a little month injury?
He's probably gonna be healthy by like February, low key, and then he's just getting in the gym. I'm telling you right now, he's gonna look a lot.
Up.
He's not gonna bulk up that much, but you're gonna notice a difference. You're gonna notice it. I forgot about Chet low key.
Literally.
I forgot about him.
It's almost like we should have known he was gonna get hurt. I don't know. There's always that one rookie out of every class that just will always sit out the first year. Like if you literally want to look back at every rookie class, you could probably
talk about that.
One rookie
out
of every one of those rookie classes. Like
last
year,
Simmons.
You want to know who it was last year?
Hold on. What was last year's? Who was the rookie of the year? Scotty? Oh,
who was it?
So Scotty was
Sat
Cade.
the whole year.
Pretty much Cade.
Kinda, sorta.
Okay, so you had Mobley.
But do you want to know 100% who was the year before that?
Who won Rookie of the Year that year?
LaMelo
and
Mr. Wiseman.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. I keep thinking they were the 1 and 2.
Such a sold pick by the Warriors.
I think he would have been really solid. I just don't think they can use him properly. There's no you already have a system, and you're not willing to buy into his potential.
Yeah, see, that was a tricky one too. It's almost like they were asking him to be Bogut.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, that's what you needed. You needed a big.
Did you?
Yeah. What do you mean? Did you?
Clearly, they just needed Andrew Wiggins and his untapped potential.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because he basically played the 5. He was out here grabbing 17 rebounds, 15 rebounds.
But I mean, I still think James Wiseman has a lot in the tank. It's just not going to be for the Warriors.
I don't know. I've heard he's been struggling in the G League even. He just needs to get out that franchise.
Yeah. Even though they're not a bad franchise, it's just not his forte. Speaking of which, not being your forte, you want to talk about your 3 people for the panic button. What do you think?
Oh yeah,
is going to
my hashtag panic players. These are my hashtag panic players. PP.
Whoa, pause.
First up on here, I have somebody.
Are we going East or West or just all in total?
Just all in total. I got 2 people from the East, 1 person from the West.
Oh, I got 3 for the West and 3 for the East. Okay, I'll narrow it down.
So I only got 3 players.
Okay, I'll narrow it down.
But started off with somebody who I had higher hopes for. I'm not sure what's going on over there, but once again, time to panic. I think people were already panicking, but time to panic some more. Do you want to take a guess?
You said the East?
Yeah.
What division?
Southeast.
Fuck. What position?
I said they're all guards.
Oh, they're all guards. Okay. Oh my god, that can range from so many. Fuck it, we're gonna take a loop and we're gonna say Bradley Beal.
No.
Alright.
My first player I want to talk
Tyler
about.
Hero.
No.
Fuck.
Same team though. Vic.
Oh, okay. I mean that's well really I guess you could say panic.
Because it's like they re-signed him, right? They clearly wanted him to be something. He hasn't been anything.
Yeah, but I just don't think I literally called it.
He's done. He's just done.
I literally called it. I said the Heat would not be that good.
No, yeah, you did. You did call it, but it's still early.
They're just not that deep. I mean, they have proven players. It's just teams are getting better.
All right, give me a panic player since you have to narrow it down.
Okay.
Try and let me guess too.
I have a guard in the East, Central.
Killian Hayes.
Nope.
Same team?
No.
Okay, I give up.
Zach LaVine.
What the fuck? You stole mine.
Ah, fantastic. All right,
God
cool.
damn it. Okay, go on. Explain.
The only reason I say it, the Bulls are just question marks as of right now. And Zach LaVine has been mentioned in so many trade rumors in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, those are scary, honestly.
Why would I want a player that's always in the trade rumor? Like, I can get so much more for him. And then you have to think about, if you trade him, are you just tanking? Are you just blowing it all up? What are you doing? Because now you're in this.
Are you quote unquote stuck in the middle?
They are stuck in the middle. That's for sure. Like, there's no if, ands, or but. They are stuck in the middle. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what their direction is. Do you stick with this DeRozan and LaVine? You're still waiting on Lonzo. You are waiting on this potential of Patrick Williams, but you want to be a championship contender. You signed a backup big, which you desperately needed, and you're still in. What's the word I'm looking for? You're average. I can't think of the term.
I understand what you're...
Mediocre.
Yeah.
You're mediocre.
They're stuck in this just rut of
and
mediocrity.
Then you sign him to this luxurious deal of a Supermax, and he's not producing at the All-Star. Like, he's not even an All-Star in my eyes. Like I said, we've named Tyrese, Darius, and Jalen.
See me, Zach LaVine, All-Star? No.
Former All-Star. Not this year.
No. Not a chance.
But I think they
His shooting percentages are down. His efficiency from everywhere is down.
Oh, yeah, you're the Bulls fan. Go ahead. Go off.
Defensively, he was better last year than he is this year on a bum knee. He just looks annoyed a lot of times on offense, which I get. Some of it isn't his fault, but again, like you just mentioned, he's the Supermax guy, so got to take some initiative there with that. And as good as DeMar DeRozan is, like, he's 7 years older than Zach still. Like, Zach has to be the guy.
That's wild.
Zach has to be the guy.
And you're talking to it like how Lakers fans were talking about AD. You have to be the guy. Like, LeBron cannot carry you anymore.
Yeah.
And he has to figure that out.
I don't know what it is. It's like he gets... I think Zach is just a guy who gets in his own head too much. That's really all I think it is. He has all of the potential, all of the skills, all of the tangibles of what it takes to be a successful guard in this league. He's got the length, the size, the speed, the quickness. He can finish at the rim. But it's just the little things that he does in between of every single one of those things that just makes him, like, not enough. Yeah. Like, he overdoes it. That's as simple as it is. He overdoes it sometimes. If Zach was able to, like, simplify his game somehow to just what he does best, like, stop shooting fadeaway mid-rangers or threes and only take your threes when you're spotted up coming off a screen, or
not even that, because he's pretty good at off the dribble, but I think his shot selection is just terrible.
Right. Yeah. Awful. Yeah. So, like, just slow it down. Like, take all those shots when they're needed, not when it's like, 6 minutes left in the second quarter and you're jacking it. It's just bad shot selection, like you said.
Yeah. All right.
You stole mine, you mofo. My last player on here, I think they can be considered a guard, but you might be mad at me for this one.
So this is the West?
It is.
What division? If you can name it. I know divisions in the West get weird for me.
I know it's not Pacific, and I know it's not Southeast. It's
so Southwest. It's like that Utah.
Yes.
All right. Oh my God! If you're gonna have the same player, I'm gonna name Anthony Edwards.
No.
All right. Well, I had Anthony Edwards on there, but I don't think I'm gonna talk about him.
I don't have Ant, and yeah, I try to stay away from, like, super young.
Wait, can I just go off that real quick? Because I have two other players, but I was gonna name Ant. So the reason I name Ant is because I don't know what the direction of the Timberwolves is anymore. Yeah. Like, you got Rudy, and now you just lost your, like, whole, like, draft capital.
Yeah.
And now you're trying to, and they're mediocre still. Mm-hmm. And obviously, I guess it's the first year, but, like, I feel like you're depleting Ant's progress by doing that.
Yeah, they've entered that, like, Bulls realm.
Yeah, and so, like, it's gonna fuck them up in the long run.
Because Ant is the Zach.
Yep.
And D'Lo is, I don't even know who D'Lo is.
Just something. D'Lo's
but
just.
Rudy is Vooch.
Yep, and then Cat is DeMar. And so, like, you're just trying to figure out, like, how are you gonna work it? And if you're gonna stunt Ant's progression, I wouldn't say get rid of him right now. Obviously, you wanted to give it time, but
right.
Man, if I'm Ant, I don't want to play for Minnesota.
We sat here and said just how ugly that trade looked on paper. and how much I hated it because they lost V8. Mm-hmm. Look at V8.
Yep. Striving.
Better record with the Jazz than the fucking Timberwolves.
Fuck the Timberwolves.
Should have kept Pat Bev.
Yes.
Literally.
Show my face, dog.
They're like too young now. Rudy doesn't even speak English, I think.
Hell no. All right, but who was your other player?
My other player that you were trying to guess is Lou Dort.
I forget about the Thunder. I forget about the Hornets.
I just put Lou Dort because it's Shea and a one-man island there.
You got Giddey. Giddey's solid.
Yeah, but, like, not offensively. Playmaking-wise, offensively, yeah. If you want to call that, like, solid offensively.
He's still solid.
And he's super young, so that's why I wouldn't say Giddey as, like, a panic player.
Shit out of my face. I don't want that.
Giddey will be good.
What is wrong with this dog?
Giddey will be good in 5 years. Oh, he'll always come back.
So why do you say Lou Dort?
Because, like I was just saying, like, Shea is doing everything he can to keep the Thunder with some relevancy. I don't think they need to be doing any more, tanking for a player. Like, this next draft class is loaded. Like, they're going to be bad.
Plus you have, like, 3 other teams.
They're going to be bad. You need
capital.
to start getting that winning mentality in OKC
especially if you got Shea producing like this.
Literally.
And he's only going to get, I don't know if he's going to get better, but he's going to produce just as much as he did this year.
Lou Dort's been there for a few years now, and he's, like, I would say, one of the more veteranized guy on the team. But he's just only been, like, average. Like, he hasn't been someone who they could rely on. They're having to rely on, like, Poku and Josh Giddey and Jerome Earl Robinson off the bench and
Darius Baisley.
And...
But I think they'll be nice. So next year they'll look forward to Shea, Giddey, and Chet. That's kind of nice.
Whoever they draft.
And then plus whoever they trade for.
Yeah.
Because I think next year really tells the difference. Like, are you going to start buying in, or are you gonna be where you are still?
Let me ask you this: is Shea a player somebody would want to play with? That's good already.
Yes, but I don't think Oklahoma is somewhere they want to play.
So
kind of like KD.
Kind of stuck there.
Yeah. Unless they trade him, but it's the Thunder, so they just trade everybody for more assets.
That would be stupid. You can't get rid of Shea now. You got him for diddly squat.
Yeah, so they flipped Paul George for 7 first-round picks, and now they're gonna flip Shea for 7. Yeah, let's just keep rebuilding. Fuck them, until they find the unicorn, Victor.
Gosh, so stupid. And now the Clippers are kind of like, what do we do now with Paul George and Kawhi?
Hey, calm down. Fuck. Kawhi just took off, 83% for the field, 25 points.
That's all right, boy.
And now he's just gotta win. We need Norman Powell. We need all these players to be healthy.
The Clippers need to plug him in at home. Because Kawhi's a robot.
Fuck. And
Steve
PG
Ballmer needs to give him new batteries.
PG needs to play like PG-13. He's playing
pretty freaking cool! Alright, but no, did we mention everything we wanted to talk about?
I'm gonna mention 2 quick players because I wasn't gonna talk about Anthony Edwards.
Go for it.
My panic player.
I'm always up to listen for some panicking.
Is on the West. He's a guard. Can you name him?
Panic player guard on the West.
Southwest Division.
Same division. You already guessed Anthony Edwards for me, and you already went on about him, so it can't
Not
be
that
him.
division.
Oh, it's Southwest?
So with Memphis, the Texas teams, and New Orleans.
Okay.
I just need one.
You said he's a guard?
He's a guard.
Are you sure it's not Jabari
Nope.
Smith?
He's a rookie. I'm not panicking on a rookie.
Number 2 picked. But
he's number 3, but alright.
Really?
Paulo and then
oh yeah, Chet. Okay.
Yeah. You got 5 seconds.
I give up.
Kevin Porter Jr.
See, now he's still young to me too, man. You're down on him?
I wouldn't say I'm down on him,
This is the panic play. This is the panic player segment now.
Winning with Houston as Kevin Porter and Jalen Green is not going to be. It's not going to happen. You're not going to win with 2 isolation players as your backcourt.
They don't play any D.
Exactly. I need a player like Marcus Smart.
But that's what they got Tari Eason for.
I don't give a fuck about Tari Eason. God. Literally, Kevin Porter would be the perfect 6th man for that team.
Ooh, he would be so dirty.
He would be a great 6th man, but they want to start him because he's a good bucket getter, and he's very good at being a scorer. But you have Jalen Green.
Yeah. And
they complement each other well, scoring-wise.
Some nights.
But where does that contribute to winning? Like, I need him to be off the bench. I need a Marcus Smart type player is my point. That's where you're gonna win, and I think
that just doesn't come overnight.
Kevin Porter would be great off the bench in Milwaukee. That'd be fantastic. But obviously now you got his head blown up because he's a starter.
What do you think
in an NBA team, and he should be off the bench.
What do you think
I'm not
Kevin
trying to discredit him.
Jr.'s ceiling is?
A glorified Jordan Clarkson, like a multiple-time 6 man, like a Jamal Crawford. And that's no knock on him. I think he's a fantastic scorer. I think he's a fantastic NBA player. But
I was gonna say, I remember that game he dropped 50.
Exactly. And his role would be so much more emphasized if he was off the bench.
I think that happens to almost everybody who it's meant to happen for.
Yes.
Like along their career. Like look at Terrence Ross.
Yeah.
Happened to him. Became a bench guy.
Exactly.
And
like,
sure
you're a fantastic scorer.
Jamal
You just
Crawford
need to find your place.
Started on the Knicks for a while.
Started on the
Went
Bulls.
to the bench.
Worked
out. Kyle Korver, bench guy.
No, Kyle Korver.
For the most part, I feel like he was best on the bench.
He was glorified as a starter in Atlanta. I remember that.
Yeah.
And then he was an all-star. I love Kyle Korver, though. Top 5 in my list. That's favorite. It's not all time. Just
who are the maybe just turn Jalen Green into a.
He's their star. He's their franchise.
Into like a hybrid guard. He just needs to be the one.
Yeah, but I don't know how. Low key that could work.
Yeah, right.
Because he only averages like 3 to 4 assists a night. But
and
if
then just give him veteran Eric Gordon.
He's basically what they made Kevin Porter before they got Jalen Green. That combo guard that was like really a 2 guard, but he was turned into a point guard.
If I was Kevin Porter, I would love to come off the bench.
That's what I'm saying, bro. give me the ball and get the fuck out the way.
Give me the keys.
Get the hell out my way. I'm getting a bucket.
Let Jalen do his thing. Let me score on all these second unit mofos.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like it's not rocket science. Like,
and they're both great players. And obviously, late in games, you'd have them both out there.
Oh, of course. But I need defense.
Yeah.
Alongside with that.
Yeah, they don't have that.
Like Alfred Sengun.
I mean,
all right.
I mean, they're just the junior team. I think their best 5 they throw out there probably is KP Jr., Kenyon Martin Jr., Jabari Smith Jr., Jalen Green, and Sengun.
Yeah.
And that's 3 juniors in the starting lineup.
Kenyon Martin, he's on the trade block too, but I'm not even going to talk about him. He's just an average player that can contribute minutes to a championship team.
Yeah.
But that's whatever. All right, and then I got one more. He's a forward in the East. Can you name him? He's in the Central Division. Also talked about a lot. That should narrow it down, maybe.
Can I get 2 guesses?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Patrick Williams.
Nope.
And if it's not Patrick Williams, I'm going to say Sadiq Bey.
It is Sadiq Bey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say
Sadiq Bey.
I was going to say if it's not Patrick Williams.
I could go as far as Bogdanovich as well. But everybody knows everybody's trying to get Bogdanovich, and I don't think they're going to keep him, especially being on his contract.
Yeah, where's Boggy going to go?
He's going to go to LA. It's going to happen. They're going to trade Patrick Beverly in a first rounder. They're going to get him because he's not as expensive.
Dude, Patrick Beverly
to ship
just
out.
Looks more and more like a clown if he gets shipped.
Yeah, but
from LA.
But I'm telling you,
to Detroit,
he's gonna get shipped.
To Detroit,
and then
he's gonna get clowned.
He's gonna get bought out again,
and then end up on the Clippers.
And then he's gonna end up somewhere else, so he can contribute. Low key, he'd be really good on Milwaukee as well.
Ew.
Everyone just fits well with Milwaukee. If I ever see him
in those colors, I will barf.
What the fuck? You could say the same with Drew Holiday.
They already have the Bucks already have their Pat Bev.
Who, Drew Holiday?
No, but yeah.
What are you talking about, Grayson Allen?
No, Javon Carter.
Oh, fuck Javon Carter. No, Javon Carter is solid for him.
I'm saying.
But realistically, like, anybody's gonna fit with the Bucks. Anybody.
Yeah.
They have such a good system. They have a great core guys. You put Pat Bev out there, he'll contribute. I don't know if he'll be like a 10-point, 12-point per night like he was in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Or you can go back to Minnesota. You work so well over there.
If that could work somehow, I'm all for it.
Yeah, because he was one of the top 3-point shooters, one of the top defensive rated players, and then you go to LA, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, I'm getting traded again. But
so it's gonna be Schroeder, Boggy, Bronny, AD, and Austin Reeves.
Yeah. Solid. It's all right.
AD ain't no 5.
They still ain't making it to the finals,
AD
but
just isn't a 5.
it's a solid pickup. But anyway, Sadiq Bey. He hasn't had the greatest season coming off of last season, but you still have the potential there. You still see what he can. You still see what he could do, and I think it's the perfect time to buy into trading for him. I think it's the perfect time for the Pistons to sell him off. Which you're depleting your progression with your core, because obviously you got him and he's solid, and if you trade him, it's just like, all right, what direction are we still going in? But at the same time, Sadiq Bey and Isaiah Stewart are like those two players that are like, they're important to your core, but not at the same time. Like, you're okay with just giving them away.
Why would I like Sadiq Bey on the Bulls?
You see, I wouldn't. Shit, don't give me him. I don't need another forward on the Clippers.
No, you're talking about as a Clipper fan, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you already got Rob.
Batum. You know where he would be great in?
I'm telling you, the Bulls have no shooting.
Phoenix.
The Bulls have no shooting though.
That ain't my problem. Fuck the Bulls.
That isn't a need.
Fuck the Bulls.
That isn't a fit of Sadiq Bey to go to the Bulls, but it's a need, that's for sure. Now you're talking about a fit. A fit would be Phoenix.
Low key.
For Sadiq Bey.
Dallas would be a good fit for Sadiq Bey too.
Hell yes.
Yeah. Or I don't even know. New York would be cool.
Boston, fuck it.
No, not Boston. Boston's got enough. Fuck them.
They never have enough.
And they still got Gallo, which he isn't going to come back, but still.
Can we play defense?
He said, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
JT is so funny. And Grant Williams is a clown, but also very good.
I'm trying to think of where else he would fit. Indiana would be cool.
Atlanta.
Nah, Atlanta's just they still have yet to unlock DeAndre Hunter's potential, and I still am not high on DeAndre Hunter, but I think he'd be solid somewhere else. That's just my opinion. But other than that, Sadiq Bey would also be good for Minnesota.
Dude, DeAndre Hunter.
That'd be nice.
That would be dirty.
That'd be very nice.
They could make that work.
I
just imagine DeAndre Hunter.
All you gotta do is 3-and-D.
Yeah.
He'd be a glorified Dorian Finney-Smith.
Would never need the ball in his hands except for catch and shoot.
Exactly. And Luka's gonna get you open.
Oh my god.
Luka will get you open.
Hey. What's Mark Cuban? Make it happen.
Hey.
I feel like you can make it happen.
Wait, who do we just name?
DeAndre Hunter.
Oh, DeAndre Hunter, right.
Who would they give up in a realistic trade package? You're talking about a 3-year guy. A 3-year guy who averages like 14.
Oh, if I'm Atlanta,
you're gonna have to give up probably Tim Hardaway.
I'm getting
Spencer Dinwiddie.
No, I'm not asking for I'm not asking for Dinwiddie if I already have
How about
the 2 guards. I'm
Maxey,
asking for
Tim.
I'm asking for
in a second.
I'm asking for a second, Tim Hardaway, and Dwight Powell.
I was gonna say you better not say Christian Wood.
No, I'm asking for Dwight Powell.
I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough.
Well, as far as because you're getting the same amount of scoring from Tim for DeAndre Hunter.
Yes.
And Tim is going back to Atlanta where he was a dog.
Oh, that's right.
He was a dog in Atlanta, bro. Oh my gosh.
I forgot he played. I just keep thinking of New York.
Yeah, that too.
Because he went from New York to Atlanta to New York.
Yeah.
And then I think Atlanta. Or Dallas.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dwight Powell is a good role player too. I feel like they would rather have Max Kleber though. Dwight Powell don't get much take.
Yeah, but you need a decent backup 5 that can play a little defense.
I thought they'd want Kleber to stretch the floor with Trey, since Clint can't do that.
Yeah, but you got Onyeka Okongwu?
Onyeka Okongwu, yeah.
Onyeka,
He can't shoot the Trey, can
I mean, he could.
Lonzo's old running mate.
If Isaiah Stewart can start shooting threes, then Okongwu can. Fuck him.
Isaiah Stewart's jumper's so ugly.
For For real. I mean, just out here just throwing shit up, praying. I'm fucking starving. Oh
I
God.
love it when we come up with trade ideas. I want to see DeAndre Hunter in a Mavs jersey by the trade deadline.
Yeah, that shit's not happening. Low key, I would love to see Sadiq Bey go to Dallas. Yeah, I think that would be the perfect fit, especially if you don't give up Dorian Finney-Smith or Reggie Bullock.
If he's the best 3-and-D guy they could get, then yeah, I would say go get Sadiq Bey.
I agree. That's not bad.
No.
But that's really all I had. I had Jordan Clarkson and RJ, but Jordan Clarkson, I just feel like you can get a lot out of him, and then RJ is just a question mark. I don't think New York's for him. Neither do I think Cam Reddish is, but New York is just New York. They're gonna do whatever the fuck they're gonna do. But yeah, I think that wraps it up. No.
That does wrap it up, Steve. That was a
What the fuck call him Steve?
Steve. You got a lot of names. This was a Top of the Key podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening. Steve, did you want to mention something that we might have coming here?
Oh yeah, so we'll be talking about different topics, I guess you could say. We'll name it Swish Topics. We'll be discussing like the history of the NBA scenarios. We could talk about trades.
Honestly, just anything. It's
anything that talks about
anything centered around the culture of basketball. It's gonna
it's
gonna be deep dives. It's gonna be deep dive analysis sometimes of certain games, certain players, certain timings of trades,
scenarios,
you know, theories, conspiracies, all that kind of stuff. We'll do quizzes, and it'll all be across like a 5-day.
It'll be uploaded daily.
It'll be uploaded a lot. So
yeah, it'll be a lot. It'll be uploaded more than this, like our podcast.
Yeah.
But we'll still be consistent and upload both.
Because this
topics.
show, the Top of the Key, is more so based on current NBA headlines, status, and Swish Topics is going to be more centered around just our love for the sport.
I like that. Yeah. And that basically wraps up the night. It was a pleasure with episode 3. Still got to upload 2. And yeah, one last thing. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you share it. It's always nice to get other feedback. There.
We love feedback. If you guys have any comments that you wanted to say or add, we will check it out and give you our putback.
All right.
Deuces.